Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I'm going to show you how to cover up your eyebrows. So this video may seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but I'm planning some future makeup looks slash tutorials, and a part of those looks is being able to basically block out my eyebrows so that I can change the dimensions of my face and do different looks. So if this video just seems like, wow, this is random, instead of having to explain every single time in different videos how to block out your eyebrows, I want to have this video as a reference video for you guys that are interested in learning how to do this. And I'm actually using all drugstore items too. So this is a really accessible tutorial. This is something really anybody can do, and these are items that you can find easily. So first off, you're going to there are different methods to do this, but I'm using the glue stick method, so stick around and watch and learn. Alright, so this is just a regular glue stick. Get it at your drugstore, arts and crafts. Make sure obviously it's non-toxic. Washable is good, because when you wash your face later, these will come off really easily. So just take a glue stick, just roll it up a little bit. And obviously I haven't done this eyebrow yet. And first apply it to your skin in the opposite direction of your hair growth, just to ensure that it's really getting coated, and do it quite a few times. You can go ahead and smooth it down with your finger. And just depending on how much eyebrows you have, make sure all the hairs when you smooth it back down are actually going back in the right direction. Because on this eyebrow I have more trouble, because sometimes when I smooth it back down, I have hairs that literally curl in the opposite direction. So you want to make sure everything's as flat as possible. Alright, so once that's actually flattened, you want to go ahead and go in the direction of your hair a couple of times. And if it seems like I'm using a lot of this, I am. And you probably will too, to really achieve, flat enough surface. Okay, it only takes a couple of seconds for the glue to dry. I'm going to go ahead and cheat, make it dry a little bit faster. Alright, so after you let it set for a moment, go ahead and take some translucent powder. I'm using a powder from e.l.f. This one actually has SPF 45 in it, so it does have a bit of a white pigment to it. But that's why I'm using that for this tutorial, so you can see it better. But really use the most translucent powder you can find. Any drugstore drugstore translucent powder will be fine. So I'm just going to take some of that, pour some of that right in the lid. And just take any old little powder brush. This is also a drugstore makeup brush. So any little powder brush will do. This is actually a little blush, or actually it's a powder brush, but you can use it as a blush brush. So put some of that on your brush. You want to tap off the excess. I'm going to tap quite a bit since I put a lot in there. And just dab it right on there. The reason I'm doing this is going to help suck out any of the excess moisture from the glue, so it'll dry faster, so you can get what you want to do done quicker. Alright. And it's okay if you go ahead and touch there. Make sure you don't feel anything that feels excessively wet. And it's pretty dry. It's getting pretty flat. Still a little bit of moisture in there, but it's not excessively moist. Okay, cool. So now you're going to go ahead, and I'm using a makeup spatula, but you can use your fingernail. You can use the lid, and scrape some off. I'm going to go ahead and use this just because I like to use tools, but I'm scraping off a lot of this. So what you're going to do now is, after you scrape off quite a bit of the glue stick, it's still not as much as I want. Scrape off a lot more. There we go. You're going to apply this to your eyebrow really thickly. This is the part I tend to mess up on when I do this. You really have to apply this really thick, because you need enough to cover your eyebrow, fill in any spaces between the hairs in your skin, as well as we're going to apply this above. There we go, that's a lot. We're going to apply this, and I'm going to pretty much take all of that. We're going to apply this above your eyebrow, below your eyebrow, and obviously on your eyebrow. So I'm going to start right here. And really, this is the grossest, nastiest part of this whole process. I will not lie. This is pretty gross, but it gives you amazing results. And this is the part I usually mess up on, because I don't put enough. So I'm really going crazy now. I'm putting a ton of it on. And you're going to have it, like I said, above your eyebrow as well as below. and of course on your eyebrow. And really just keep pushing it in, smoothing it in as much as you can. Really try to get rid of as many of these little glue chunks as you can. Because this way, whenever you apply concealer and foundation and whatever other makeup you want to apply, it will actually look like, it'll blend into your skin. It won't look like you just have this humongous thick eyebrow sticking out that you're trying to cover up. And of course you want to bring it down a little, right there. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm going to let this dry for half a second. Alright, that's pretty good. As gross as the concept of putting glue on your face is, it actually doesn't feel that bad. Actually doesn't feel that bad. Okay, so it's still quite moist, still drying because that's a lot of glue. So you're going to go ahead and take your translucent powder again. You're going to do this a couple times, Take your powder brush wherever you want it from. Doesn't matter what brand. Like I said, I really tried to use drugstore items for you guys today. Tap off that excess. Okay, and really just dot this on. Dot, dot, dot. Dot this on. And I will be using a lot because I've got a lot of moisture that I want to draw out. There we go. You're going to take whatever concealer you want to use. I'm actually using a drugstore concealer. This is Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going to use that. When you apply this, use either a concealer brush or use your fingers. Don't use like a foundation brush. Use a concealer brush or your fingers, but when you do it, tap it on. Do not smear it on. And actually take a big bunch of this. Just gob it on your finger. Gob it on your finger and just tap it on. And tap it like literally right on the eyebrow. So you can really start filling in any of those spaces between the hairs and the skin, any spaces that the glue missed. So literally you're going to tap it on like that. And you're going to go in again. So you're going to use a lot of concealer. Like I said, whenever I do this, I always mess up because I don't use enough. Because we're not used to really globbing on our makeup. We always want to put it on sparingly. Because I've definitely been accused of being heavy-handed with makeup in the past. And I've, throughout the years, worked on being light-handed. And now this is the one time where being heavy-handed is exactly what you want. So we're almost done, guys, which is pretty exciting. I try not to be as long-winded as I tend to sometimes be. But as you can see, that's just concealer. And I'm going to go ahead and just bring it down to my eyelid. Perfect. Good stuff. And I know that this totally breaks the laws of liquid with liquid, powder with powder. But when you're doing this, you are constantly going to, apply your glue, apply setting powder, or excuse me, translucent powder. Apply your concealer, apply the translucent powder, brain dead. You're going to apply your foundation, and then again, you're going to apply the translucent powder. That's just the way you do this. So here on this one, this is the first one I did. You can see I did not apply enough concealer, glue, whatever. So I'm actually going to go in again and apply more. And that'll give this a moment to set. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more concealer to this one. So now, again, as I said before, you knew this was coming. You are going to apply more of your translucent powder. Make that eyebrow disappear. God, I know that looks weird, doesn't it? Isn't it amazing how these little strips of hair like just alter the dimensions of our face so much? Alright, then you'll just take whatever foundation you're using. This is just, again, the Maybelline Fit Me. I wanted to just use drugstore items for you guys, so this would be So this would be a very accessible tutorial for everyone. So you don't have to run out to, a beauty supply or have to have access to special, makeup artistry, industry related items. This is something anybody can do. Go to your local drugstore. You can go to your beauty supply if you want to for things. Alright. So now I'm just applying foundation. Again, I recommend when you apply foundation to the eyebrow area to start off using just your fingers and dab it on. Do not use a makeup brush. You can use a makeup sponge, but if you do, dab it on. And then when you do the rest of your makeup, you can do whatever you want all over your face. Just, be careful around this area because you don't want to undo all your hard work. So, I will speed up the video. So, I'm pretty much done with just covering my eyebrows, and that's where this tutorial is going to end. So, as you can see, I still need a little practice. I'll be working on that. But on this one, it came out very good. The reason this one you can still see my eyebrow, I did not use enough glue. So, really pile it on. I know it's gross as hell, but this is about makeup artistry. This is not about comfort. There are different methods for blocking out your eyebrows, but I like this one best because, well, it's really the most affordable for anybody that's getting into makeup artistry. And, if you're just building your kit, that kind of thing. If you want to get into special effects makeup, this is a great technique to learn, especially on the fly. If you decide you're trying to do a makeup look on yourself or somebody and you just need these eyebrows to be gone and you don't want to shave them off and you don't want to bleach them, then this is the way to do it. Alright, so if you guys got questions, suggestions, feel free to leave those below. I will respond. And if you like this tutorial and you want to see more tutorials of this type, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.